Right, puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently, but whatever they said appears to have worked. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 6th season in the NFL, the former #2 overall pick, Marcus Mariota.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Pass.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 15.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Bills' 23-yard line.
Now a run with Akers. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
By Grady Jarrett.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This a 43-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Cardinals 3.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Jamal Agnew.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Cardinals 3.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Stafford. That's complete to Lazard. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense takes back over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Let's get off the field, Dave. Let's get off the field, Dave. Check what he moves.
Mariota on the keeper. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 30.
From the gun, Mariota. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. First target, first catch at a first down.
45-yard.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down, Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
That's good.
We'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mariota. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
On first down, Akers. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 18-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw, Mariota. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. Throwing is Mariota. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
6.
So So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
From the gun, Stafford on the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and...
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Stafford on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, Stafford here. His throw incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota to Jefferson on the slant. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
Mariota's pass.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mariota. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
On 3rd down, Mariota. This one brought in by Jefferson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, it's off to Southern Nevada. Check out the action going on beside the neon lights of Las Vegas. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check on the Saints at home at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Noah Brown, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And Mariota going to run on the option. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Made the tackle. A gain of 13 yards. It's now
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
Mariota sliding out of the pocket. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big time fumble. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. KJ Hamler returning it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Mariota on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. He'll find the rookie from Clemson, T. Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Mariota now. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
T. Higgins, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again here with Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Leonard Fournette stops short of the marker on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, he stays up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
And returning it, here's Hamler.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mariota steps away to his left. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Ramsey brought him down. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, Mariota.
Connection made with Shenault.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Mariota forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To throw is Mariota. Steps away, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marcus Mariota. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2.
It's a run with Akers.
They'll try and run it here. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
The throw over the middle taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Danny Trevathan on the tackle.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He's got to hook up to Lazard.
Stafford.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Cardinals' 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Stafford on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Able to find Harris, complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
This is Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Mike Gesicki,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Stafford, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Hamler now to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their
Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 7, just over a minute 40 to play. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Cardinals.
That'll be caught by the rookie, K.J. Hamler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's good.
Mariota to throw it. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. That's complete right around the 8.
Mariota's pass.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Terry for the point after. And we may very well be headed to overtime. 5 plays there on that drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will make it into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Bills ready to take over. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Stafford. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken about a yard deep and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10. At their own 20.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. First throw in overtime for Stafford.
That's complete. Okuebuna.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Another big play there by Aaron Donald, the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year in 2017 and 18. We know he can rush the passer. He's also dominant in the run game. The quickness for a man his size often defeats the offensive lineman trying to block him.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They run with Harris, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. But, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4th down territory begin, possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams. But I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the 1st down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
Here's Bradley Pena now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. What can Mariota do in the OT? Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down now, Akers. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Going right back to Akers, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, Mariota stepping up. He's going to keep it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
It is good. Makes the score.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Arizona, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be